All right, let's dive into one of the most electric and important scenes in all of Shakespeare. Act 1, Scene 3 of Julius Caesar. You see, this isn't just about a stormy night in Rome. No, this is the exact moment a political conspiracy absolutely catches fire, and it's all fueled by fear, superstition, and some brilliant manipulation. So let's break down how this whole thing goes down.
So, the scene just explodes right from the start with this incredible line from a senator named Casca. You can just feel the panic. He's breathless, he's terrified, and he's pretty much convinced the sky itself is on fire. For him, this isn't just some bad weather he'd grab an umbrella for. This is a message. The gods are angry, and this is just the beginning of the political storm to come.
So picture this. Casca is out on the chaotic streets of Rome, and he is completely convinced that this insane, fiery storm is a direct warning from the heavens. He's thinking, either the gods are having a full-on civil war up there, or they're about to unleash total destruction on the world. His terror is so real, you can almost feel it.
And get this. Listen to the specific things he says he saw. I mean, this isn't just a list of weird stuff. These are things that completely break the rules of nature. A slave's hand literally on fire but not burning, a lion just casually walking through the center of government, and an owl, a creature of the night, screeching in the marketplace at noon. Come on! Each one of these is another sign that something is deeply, fundamentally wrong in the heart of Rome.
And this really gets us to the core question of the whole scene. What does all this chaos actually mean? And the thing is, the answer totally depends on who you ask, and, more importantly, what they want to believe. It's a battle of interpretation.
And right here, you see the two sides perfectly laid out. On one hand, you've got the old, experienced politician, Cicero. He's super practical, almost brushing it off. He's basically saying, hey, things are weird, but people will see whatever they want to see in it. But then you have Cassius, and he sees this as a golden opportunity. For him, this storm isn't random. Oh no, this is a giant billboard sent from the heavens, and it's pointing directly at a monstrous state right here in Rome.
So while Casca is shaking in his boots, what's Cassius doing? The exact opposite. He's walking around in the middle of the storm, daring the lightning to hit him. He doesn't see this storm as a threat, he sees it as an ally, a kindred spirit that's reflecting the ugliness he sees growing in the city. And you can be sure this whole performance is designed to look incredibly brave to the terrified Casca.
Okay, so this is where it gets really good. We're about to watch a true masterclass in persuasion. Cassius is going to take all of Casca's raw, supernatural fear, and he's going to skillfully aim it, like a weapon, at a single political target.
So here it is, Cassius's four-step playbook. It's brilliant. First, he shames Casca, calling him dull and questioning if he's even a real Roman. Then, step 2, he gives Casca's fear a name, Caesar. He says there's a man who's just as scary as a storm. Next, he makes it bigger, insulting all Romans for being weak enough to let this happen. And finally, once Casca is feeling ashamed and angry, Cassius swoops in and offers him a solution. It's a timeless way to turn general anxiety into focused political action.
And to just crank the drama up to 11, Cassius pulls out his dagger. He declares that he would rather kill himself than live like a slave under a king. Just like that, this isn't a debate anymore. It's a matter of life and death. He's presenting suicide as the only noble, truly Roman way out.
Now, after that incredible piece of theater, Cassius asks this really powerful question. He's not just complaining about Caesar anymore. He's forcing Casca and all of us, really, to stop and think about the root of the problem. Where is Caesar's power actually coming from?
And here's his absolutely devastating answer. He says Caesar isn't a wolf because he's naturally strong. He's a wolf because the Roman people have become weak and passive, like sheep. He's a lion because they've become like deer. In one single brutal metaphor, Cassius flips the entire script. The problem isn't Caesar's ambition, it's the people's weakness. And suddenly, rebellion isn't just an option, it's a duty.
And at this point, the job is done. The manipulation is complete. Every bit of Casca's fear of the gods and the storm has been successfully rerouted into political rage against Caesar. The conspiracy now has its first official recruit on the books.
And there it is. Casca offers his hand and pledges his loyalty. He tells Cassius, "You get a group together and I'll go as far as anyone." He's all in. Cassius has him, hook, line, and sinker.
But just when you think this is where it all starts, Cassius reveals a little twist. Turns out he hasn't just been starting this movement tonight, he's been busy.
There's already a group of other well-respected Romans who are in on it, and they're waiting for him right now. This conspiracy is a lot further along than we, or Casca, had any idea.
And before the scene ends, Cassius reveals the final, most crucial piece of their entire plan. They need one more person to make this whole thing work, a man whose reputation is so good it's almost untouchable, the noble Brutus.
Now, the plan to get Brutus on board is basically psychological warfare. They're going to plant anonymous letters where he's guaranteed to find them. One on his desk at work, another thrown through his window at home, and, get this, a third one attached to the statue of his famous ancestor, the man who drove the last king out of Rome. It's a direct shot at his family honor, designed to make Brutus think the people themselves are begging him to save Rome.
And we end on this incredible insight from Casca, the new guy. He already understands the most important takeaway. What they're planning, let's be honest, its assassination, is an offensive act. But if they can get Brutus on their side, his sterling reputation will act like some kind of magic potion, transforming a bloody conspiracy into what looks like a noble, worthy cause. And that leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? Can one man's reputation really be enough to wash all that blood away?